I'm not charging. The joke's on me. Alright, geezers, last honest man on the internet and your favourite person in the whole wide web, back with another terrific instalment of Earth versus the World, Slop Plus, This week in, I'm actually out of breath. The title is that fucking long. Who called it that? Earth versus the World, Slot Plus, This week in, Ternet. I love you, God bless yourself, and as usual.
This program was made possible by contributions from viewers like you. Thank you.
Oh, it's going to be one of these. Click off now, mate. In today's Breaking Truves, Looksmaxxing streamer Androgenic was kicked off a flight after airline staff said his face looked very ill following cosmetic surgery. Oh, he's ill, all right. He's mentally ill. This is mental illness. He was told to leave the aircraft after his behaviour became disruptive. Yeah, I believe he turned at a 60-degree angle and had a little old lady's eye out with his fucking chin. Jesus Christ, he looks like a cartoon villain. It's mental illness marketed as self-help. That's what it is. All through the veneer of late-stage capitalism. If you do this, seek help. Alright, no woman gives a fuck about your golden parameter or whatever fucking nonsense these people are wailing about online. No one cares. No one cares about the circumference of your wrists. No one cares about your pectoral gland or whatever the fuck you're going on. Right? Oh, my fibroids are out of balance. I need to smash myself in the face with a hammer. No, you don't. Please seek help. I know mental health services in most of the developed world leave a lot to be desired, but please, for the love of God, do not hit yourself in the face with hammers. Women don't like that. I'm going to break it to you. I'm going to break a few hearts here. Women are actually off-put by men that are that emotionally volatile. Right? It scares them, I'll be honest. And it's got nothing to do with wonky fibroids or, my golden ratio is off balance. It scares women because it's weird and you come across as very mentally unstable. In other truths, Stanley's voice and likeness has been sold off to be recreated by AI for 11 Labs. This is the modern world. Oh, this is what life is now, really. His body's still warm, for fuck's sake. He only died in, 2018? Oh, wonderful. I can't imagine anything more insulting to his loved ones. You know what they never tell you about legends? They outlive the page. AI Stanley said, I want to do my victory lap with the na, I told you so, I'm right again. But at the same time, I don't want to be right again. I want to say the most apocalyptic, dystopian things imaginable and not be proven right half a year later. Is that too much to fucking ask for? Yeah, this is brilliant. Great. You're not even going to have peace in death now. They are going to dig you up and reanimate you to make you jiggle and gyrate about on stage for the money and the applause of absolute mouth-breathing 10th wits. This is the modern world. Stanley's not dead, he's on the stage. Brilliant. Is this AI Stanley gonna be making cameos in the new Spider-Man? Spider-Man, Return of Blackjack and the Infinity and the Infinity Ring, right? Thanos and the I don't fucking know, the Affinity War or what. Like, genuinely, I think all of this superhero crap is incredibly overrated, but at least it's real people in the films. You know what I mean? At least it's not the reanimated fucking corpse on growth hormones of a legend just spitting like a fax machine these faux sincerities, because you can tell that quote's AI. That reeks of AI. There's a certain way AI generates text that always has the illusion of meaning. It always comes across as almost like it's trying to sound meaningful and deep. And it always comes across as cliche because what's it getting its training data from? Cliches on the internet. So it does churn out absolute crap you'd find on a 14-year-old's Tumblr account. You know what I mean? That has the depth of, I don't know, a homeless person holding a sign, I don't want money, I want change. That is the depth of these kind of AI insights, as if that's a thing. That's not real. The AI insight is just a regurgitation of something it scraped off of reddit.com. And now you are putting that with an official stamp of approval to Stan Lee. Oh, God, genuinely, the apocalypse could not come soon enough. In other troves, Pakistan struck a rehab centre and killed 269 Afghans. Their families want to know why. Just before you start freaking out, I'm fine. I was unaffected in this horrendous attack. I had nothing to do with it. I wasn't there. I've never stepped foot inside Pakistan. But it does go to show you, if these junkies were not trying to get clean, maybe they'd still be alive today. In other troves, and the muchly anticipated return of a beloved feature, algorithmically changed. This is allegedly Russian state-controlled media. So, brilliant. There he is. There's Shrek. Didn't have a lot to say about that one, really. Should have thought more, frankly. Should probably vet these. Oh yeah, that'll make great material. There it is. There it is on screen. Yeah, that is in fact Shrek. Great. Wonderful. In other troves, holy shit, Argentina just elected Javier Milei as their next president, full stop. History has been made. And then Elon Musk, the idiot's thinking man and trillion-dollar loser, I've belovedly referred to him as America's next top welfare queen. Prosperity is ahead for Argentina. And this is, of course, a flashback to late 2023. If you'd like an update on that, Argentines turn to donkey meat amid economic crisis. Oh, dear viewer, they really do put the capital L in libertarian now, don't they? In other troves, interesting. I wonder how they managed to pull this off, full stop. The biodegradable burial pod turns your body into a tree. So it really is which way, Western man? Do you want to be reanimated by the machines, or do you want to become a tree? The apple doesn't fall far from the dad. I'm not charging, the joke's on me. I'm not charging, the joke's on me. I'm not. Yeah, so basically, I don't know. Dead people, they're coming out of the ground. The tree people are real now. In other troves, YouTuber PewDiePie has announced that he and his wife, Marcia, will end their family vlogs later this year to protect the privacy of their son, Bjorn. Great, of all the names, as he grows up. If he wants to be part of it, that should be his choice later in life. Yeah, and I completely agree with Pewd. Yeah, big up the bro army. I think sticking a camera in your infant's face is a soft form of child abuse, right? We understand children can't consent to these things. So really, you shouldn't be able to do it. If there's something a child cannot consent to, you shouldn't be able to do it on their behalf. And then even more sinisterly, profiteer off of it, because then there's a Give me your money or your child molester incentive. And if you are following money over your child's well-being, it's only a matter of time until, you know what I mean, there's a wellness check and you find him in a fucking cage trying to chew his way out. You know, how many examples do we need? Daddy of Five, he was a fucking wrong un. That whole family were wrong uns. There was another quite high profile case. Yeah, no. If you are making content out of your children, your, you know, blood and soul, dear viewer, I do think Child Protective Services should have a bloody good investigation on you. In other Truves, another beloved feature here, Minority of the Week. Pink Pantheress is the first woman and youngest person. And I've got to say, to not just be the first woman, but also the youngest person and first woman, I think, wow, really, game changer. So big up to the minorities. Yeah, big up Pink Pantheress, our Minority of the Week. DumDumChord. What's he been up to? Yeah, I'm thinking of doing another feature, because if there's one thing this channel lacks, dear viewer, it's features. I suppose we'd just check in on Dumothy. Yeah, what has he been up to since I'm his agent now? I'm his agent now, and don't let him tell you otherwise. So what has he been doing other than, you know, terrorising the local area dressed as a bloody Teletubby? You've really got to stop, mate. I know you're not some sort of sex criminal, but the little old ladies you've been terrorising, they don't know that. And I've seen the Ring doorbell footage, and while it is funny, while it is humorous, and I do like the added detail of getting really up close to the microphone. I don't know how he knows where the microphone is, but somehow he knows where the microphone is. I think he's done this before. He gets really close to the microphone and he repeats the phrase, "I know you're in there. I know you're in there." And while it is humorous, I can only imagine being on the receiving end of this. You know, I know DumDumChord, you know, bar the things that got him put in the psych ward the first 4 or 7 times. I know he's not a threat or menace to society, but a lot of people don't. So what has Dumothy been up to? Well, there's this. Yeah, I don't know what this is. I don't know what kind of Martian sex probe he's wielding. I don't know why he's saying egg. And I don't like the face he's doing at the end there. I genuinely, comment below, what is he holding there? And why is it making him make that face? I see DumDumChord very much the way I see my fiance's cat when it starts shagging the blanket. Now, ever since I got him those cat denims, thankfully he hasn't been able to do that. But it is the same kind of, I don't want to be cruel, I don't want to say repulsion. I'll just be diplomatic and say, I don't want to see DumDumChord making that face. Alright, that's all I'm saying. And he's got some sort of, I don't know, alien pocket zussy. I don't know what that is. And I don't know why he's moving it in that direction. But you're probably wondering, Big Man Earth, you're his agent now. Surely you've got something in the pipeline other than him just dicking around on, I believe, a tanning bed with what I can only imagine is some sort of extraterrestrial pleasure device, right? Something off of, I don't know, a Venusian love honey. Surely you've got something planned in the pipeline that isn't just these bizarro videos he then deletes and I screen capture. You can run, but you can't hide, Mr. Chord. And the answer, of course, thankfully, is yes. We've got lots of... Oh, you know it's coming, but you just... Oh, humorous. We've got... Oh, I've started to half finish. We've got lots of... Oh, one that's coming up I'm so fucking excited to share with you, DVR. We've got lots of ideas in the pipeline, and I'd just like to run the DumDum gauntlet of them all. Get them up on screen, please. DumDum law, right? DumDumChord will give morally ambiguous legal advice. There's DumDum pause, where DumDumChord just sort of dicks about with sock puppet animals. I don't know. That one we need a bit of work on. DumDumChord, Return of Zool. DumDum's Paw. Basically, it's a segment where he more or less just e-begs online. And I will be helping him with that one. DumDum 4, the much anticipated follow-up to the original trilogy. It's not like the Star Wars prequels, mind you. This one's actually decent. DumDum Snore. DumDum Snores. It's basically ASMR with all the wet mouth noises kept in. Yeah? Oh, if that turns you on, you have no idea what we've got planned for you. I'm making a comment about society right now. And it's going to be very good. It's going to be wonderful for sleep. It's going to be wonderful for not being able to sleep. Oh, it's just wonderful. And then there's DumDum Bar, which is a delicious candy confectionery treat. It's a very smooth, rich, chocolatey, nougaty, lovely. Oh, you can almost taste the child slave labour in this wonderful candy chocolate treat. The flavour has been compared to that of Cadbury Dairy Milk, but with a distinctive kick, a distinctive aftertaste of the tears of children from the global south, which I think is a really nice addition. And then, of course, you have DumDum Records. Of course, how else are we going to release the debut album of Black Guy 5? Sometimes there are 6 of them. Or, more presciently, DumDumChord's debut, DumDum Sings the Hits. Open brackets, and misses, close brackets. This will feature such iconic covers of Bonnie Tyler's Total Eclipse of the Heart. You've got Out of Touch by Hall & Oates. You've got My Way by Frank Sinatra. And the gimmick of this album is DumDumChord singing from memory, right? The title very much is a play on words. DumDum sings the hits and misses, as in DumDum tries and fails, because he's going off memory. A deep cut on this album, one I really didn't expect to hear from him, is his very soulful cover of Simon and Garfunkel's America. Now that's more of a deep cut. You'd expect him to do Bridge Over Troubled Waters. You'd expect him to do Mrs. Robinson. So here's to you, Mrs. Robinson. Jesus loves you more than you will know. But he actually went for the Bookends album track, America, which I think was a really weird choice. But honestly, I think it paid off. And bar the fact he only knew half the words, I think it's a really beautiful rendition. DumDum Claus, the evil nemesis of Uncle Christmas. Yeah, and there he is in a very real photograph that was taken of him taking the presents away. DumDum Aboard. This is kind of reality slop television. We smuggle DumDumChord onto a cruise ship and see how long he can stay there without being found. Right? And I have no idea if he's a good hide or seeker, but we're about to find out. DumDum Abroad. We send DumDumChord around the world, the Himalayas, the rainforest, and we see what he gets up to, basically. We see if he survives. Dum-dums abroad. We jumped the shark. He's a woman now. He's a woman for a little bit. I don't know if we do something with this. I don't know if we do a show with this. I don't know if we try and make money off of this. I don't know. Okay, but he's a woman for a bit. The DumDum Awards. Now, this I'm especially excited for because a little birdie told me I will be winning in all categories. DumDum Bought. This is a simple feature, kind of a series of vlogs where DumDumChord shows you stuff he buys in his wardrobe, in his cupboards, or I believe pantry. I believe that's what the Americans call them, a pantry, and in his fridge. DumDum Taught. Kind of like DumDum Law. This is DumDumChord teaching you something with, a morally ambiguous lens to it. And here is DumDumChord, very wholesome here, reading to the kids. And I think that's beautiful. It's really nice that these things happen in the real world. And they're real. And there they are. And that's real. And that's happened. DumDum Corner, of course. This is basically DumDumChord's free space, right? So no one can accuse me of being a tyrant, of ruling like bloody Nero. This is his feature. It can be whatever the fuck he wants. It can be a game show. It can be slam poetry. It can be him sitting in silence. It can be absolutely anything. And it's going to be wonderful. It's going to make great content for us all. I'm really excited to see what he comes up with because the beautiful thing about DumDum Corner is it can be different every time. He doesn't have to commit to one idea. Maybe he wants to, I don't know, strum himself in the corner with an acoustic guitar. With an acoustic guitar. Not with that bloody Martian sex probe. Maybe, alternatively, he wants to do a talk show. Yeah, maybe he wants to get on people and interview people. Maybe he wants to do a series of vlogs where he shows what's in his pantries. DumDum Bought, right? It can be absolutely anything. DumDum Saws. This is basically the carpentry and DIY angle. DumDum Short. Oh, fucking hell, the growth serum actually worked. And I think that is my favourite picture ever, actually. That's really glorious. And I love the bystander in the back. Why isn't he helping? Why isn't he getting involved? Oh, Grandad. Yeah, that's the board game. DumDumChord will no doubt be the face of. Again, he doesn't know about any of this yet, but I am his agent. And the beautiful thing about being an agent, dear viewer, it comes with agency. Yeah. He signed the contract. Oh, dear viewer, he signed the contract. DumDum Noir. This is a grim, gritty, sort of 1930s crime flick. And it features DumDumChord as the leading role. I also make cameos in this, of course. Why wouldn't I make cameos in this? And no spoilers, but everyone dies at the end. DumDum Tours. DumDum Tours. DumDumChord, of course, very much is my American missionary. He's going over there and spreading the good word, spreading the gospel of our Enthusiast movement, of the last honest man on the internet. And here he is in a very real photograph of him at an Enthusiast rally. There he is, very real. I like the slicked back hair look, actually. That's a very dapper look on the guy. Speaking of dapper looks, DumDum Academy. This is a feature I haven't quite ironed out, but we'll make it work. We will make it work. DumDumChord will teach you things. This isn't DumDum Taught, and this isn't DumDum Law. This is kind of like advice on how to make women like you, right? Rule 1, I'm going to give you a freebie, just off the top of my head. Rule 1, don't hit women, right? Don't hit women. I don't think women like it when you hit them really hard in the face. So don't do that. That's rule one. Rule one of Dum Dum Academy: do not talk about Dum Dum Academy for legal reasons. But rule two: don't smack women in the mouth. Perhaps. In other truths, a Dum Dum adores. I'm actually losing my mind. I'm actually going insane. Dum Dum adores. This is a feature where DumDumChord talks about stuff he really likes. Not to be confused with Dum Dum abhors. This is the feature where he talks about stuff he really doesn't like. Yeah, like, oh, no, I can't say that. That's slanderous. Racism. Yeah, he's going to do a feature about how much he fucking hates police brutality against black people, I think. A game bastard. Now, this is a great feature. This is a wonderful series we're going to produce. Basically, DumDumChord plays video games and gives some form of commentary over them. This is a novel feature. I don't think anyone's done this on the internet yet. Game bastard. Why is it called Game Bastard? I don't know. Dum Saws. Of course, every dickhead with an internet connection needs someone with a private airline. Dum Saws. Dum Small. This is an adorable plush toy that will no doubt be flying off shelves in Target and Walmart and Asda and Argos and IKEA, maybe IKEA. Why not? I mean, we can smuggle some into IKEA. Oh my God, who keeps putting these on the shelves? Dum Kart, where DumDumChord films himself racing around a track. Dumsap. Now, please do not mispronunciate this. It's not dumb sap. He's not a dumb sap. He's a smart guy. Dumb's app, right? Dumzap. Dumzap. It's dumb apostrophe S app. It's his app. Dumzap. What is the concept of Dumzap? Well, it's basically Twitter, but you only get Big Man DumDumChord's social media posts. And mine, of course. That's in the small print. Dum draws. And this is a beautiful picture he actually made in real life of Jessica Rabbit surrounded by midgets. I'm not allowed to show you what he drew next, but let me just tell you, I was confused, scared, and a little bit aroused. Dum in space. There he is. Our man on the moon. Because to truly appreciate Earth, I think you've got to see it from a 360 degree. Argue me, you bastard. This is a feature I am so fucking excited to produce. Basically, DumDumChord will go around college campuses of the United States and he will find, let's just say, not academics to argue with, in which he will continuously call them bastards. I think all Muslims are bastards. You there. You're a bastard. Argue me, you bastard. Trans people are all bastards. I just don't think that's fair. I don't think you can say all people are bad just because of a few bad eggs. Look at this graph. Look at this graph that shows all trans people being bastards all the time. You bastard. Argue me. Argue me again, you bastard. And I think in the wake of Charlie Kirk's tragic demise, there is a hole, much like in the market to be filled. And I think DumDumChord's the man, frankly, to go from college campus to college campus, not in a windowless van like Bonnie Bloody Blue, arguing with not quite children. I don't think we could get that through the censors. I don't think YouTube would allow us to make a series where DumDumChord essentially verbally berates children. I don't think we'd be allowed to do that. Although I would, just on the record, if there's any Daily Wire, yeah. He basically goes around and calls people bastards. Muslims, they're all bastards. You there, you're a bastard. What do you think of Muslims, you bastard? I have some Muslim friends. No, you don't. You're a bastard, and they're bastards too. And it's going to be a viral series, I think. Dum Cola, the only fizzy pop drink that gets fizzier the more you drink it. I don't know how science explains this. You're trying to get like 8 sips in and the foam is going everywhere. You look like Dum Dum Snores. There's spit and saliva and your face is all just dreadfully fucking sticky. I think it's because we did actually start producing Dum Cola on some sort of Native American burial site. And I can't say for legal reasons that Dum Cola is cursed by Chief Bearclaw, but I'm beginning to get a hunch it's actually fucking cursed, because the more you drink it, the more it fizzes up, and it becomes quite unbearable. Truth plus one, my path to truthness. This is DumDumChord's tell-all memoir, but it's also a self-help book. And it's also a little bit of a breakdown. I don't know who proofread this. I guess it's my job to proofread this. I don't know why I didn't proofread this. It's got some need for editing. I think the 5 pages of semi-religious screeds is a little bit unwarranted. But nevertheless. And then, of course, to end it all off, DumDumChord for the Patriots. This is a non-profit, scrap that. This is a for-profit charity where DumDumChord essentially dupes war veterans out of money. And here's a picture of DumDumChord kissing an egg. So I don't want to hear it. I do not want to fucking hear how, oh, those videos I don't watch. You don't mention me in the videos I don't watch. Here's over 20 minutes of DumDumChord content. Alright? I love you. God bless yourself. And as usual,